Hey guys, so I've done some updates on the boat. I've actually been using it and getting everything dialed in. I just got the boat back today, and this is what is going on now. It takes a different battery switch. Okay, this is like a 2-point, so, and then you'll notice this piece right here. So it's an ACR, and what that does from Blue Sea is what was happening is that charger has little light indicators. And when I was coming back and plugging it in, it was on 1 bar. So whatever that is. And I have no idea what that is because there's no voltage. So let's just say engine and house battery over here. House battery meaning screens, all kinds of stuff going on here. So radios, VHFs, transducers, all that neat stuff is running off of 1 battery. So I was noticing like my stereo wasn't that great towards the end of the day, running live wells and everything else. What's happening is the way Contender wired this boat is you had a cranking side, and that's all it did. That motor charged that battery, and that was that. That was the end of that. So what it does now is this battery, you just put it on all, and when it's not running, it is isolated that battery and it's running off of the house battery. So nothing really changes until you crank the engine. Now, when you crank the engine, now it's charging both batteries, right? So it's what happens is after that, it's bringing up all the power I've been using up here, live wells, everything, lights, whatever. It's charging that battery. So now the performance of my stuff is gonna be better. And I just got the boat back today. There were some other things. If you look at an iPad mini, this is the Rock Wireless, and I centered it underneath the 12-inch NSS Evo. This is how these work, guys. And my phone works in there, and it goes right to my autopilot, which I wanted streamlined with that. And it doesn't take much, but I don't know how many people know this, but these iPad minis fit in this. And I had this on my last boat. I kind of figured this out. So like, why would you want that? Well, for one, like I have all my songs on here. But two, when you have the Navionics app, from right where it's at, I can hit route, automatic. It's gonna tell me where I'm at. And then let's just say I wanna go to that hole right there, and it's gonna start working, right? So the navigation side of that. I can sit on my sofa, plug in Rex, etc., which I've done that on here at this point. So that's what I'll be looking at when I sit on this leaning post, all right? So it's just one more screen, guys. It's one more thing that's pretty easy. That will charge a phone wirelessly, so if you have wireless charging, pretty nice. So, and you can do, I don't know, if you've messed with this, it's pretty easy. So automatic, say you were here, and then you're gonna go here. You can enter in your boat settings, right there, boat settings. Enter in your fuel, your cruise speed and all that, and then it's like, hey, 4 gallons. This feature just went off of the free version online, so that really blows. Because when I was on the computer, I could kind of get my navigation and shoot float plans to my buddies and say, what do y'all think about this? So anyhow, that's that. You know, of course it's an iPad, so you know, you're gonna get, you can get your music and all that crap on there. So I'm Bluetooth that over the radio. So the other part is software updates. So I gotta figure this part out. I gotta get an SD card. I didn't know they still even made those things. Thumb drive would be about the equivalent. So I added structure scan 3D to this. So it took another transducer, but this Evo 3S takes 2 transducers. So when you hook up that other one, you get 3D scan, 3D sonar. So I'm already setting up new windows where I can do echo in that 3D and map. So what's needed with the 3D, you can spot fish or whatever, you get side scan. That was one thing that this boat didn't have because it had the one through hole transducer from factory or from the dealer, however that worked out. And that kind of sucks, just being able to see directly under your boat. So that's why I did this. I really wanted side scan. It was like $350 for a transducer plus your install. And the 3D is one more piece. Oh boy. If I get in here, it's one more piece. It's on the back of this wall. Hopefully I'm getting it because I'm just reaching in here with the phone. But it goes right down in there. Is where they mounted mine. Because I have a lot of stuff going on in here with the battery. Right? And I never covered this in that, I don't know, 30-minute video. So there's your autopilot, the amps are added in there, and yada yada. Of course, you can throw a thumb drive right there. So the other thing is the dealer, I guess, had to deal with these guys. And, you know, it's like, if you look at the price of them, it's like, hey, the Dakota's cheaper, or the warranty's better, or whatever there is with that. So I had to figure this out on my own. I had to figure out, well, what state of charge is it on? And this is the answer, guys. It's Balmar, Barmar. And in addition to this, I added a Bluetooth device, which again is somewhere right in there. Zip tied. I was looking at it earlier. Hopefully you're seeing it. So it's just a little Bluetooth device you can add to that. All right. So with that said, it wouldn't go right here. So here we go. It's in here. And it'll give you your state of health, state of charge. Of course, I've got to charge this battery up so it knows where it's at. But you can see it just went to sleep. But in addition, I got bank one, you know, and this gives you all my stuff, time left. It will learn that, state of charge, state of health. It doesn't know these things yet. So there's your 40 volts. So you can cycle through these things. There's also going to be bank 2 and 3. So that's going to, it actually will, in addition to knowing what it does here, guys, this is, I think I calculated it was like $700 time you install it. This is like $250. The Bluetooth's like $69. And then the install is like 3 hours. But there's 2 more wires that you can run to those 2 batteries back there. So now I have voltage, voltmeters. And then that Bluetooth, I will be able to Bluetooth it and see it on the phone. I haven't got that feature to work yet, but it says it'll do it. So that's where I'm at with that. So that was another add-on. It was like $5,000 to do all this crap. So the other thing is, you know, again, every boat's different, but mine came with JL audio speakers. I don't know if they did it at factory, but just kind of blazing out to the side. If you watch that long video, that video I shot off the cuff, no takes, nothing. I just was going over what I had seen. This right here, you know, just blaring out to the side. There's really no place to set that sub lower because you want it to kind of knock off of something. And up there, apparently, was a big no-go. The dealer said they were having issues with subwoofers down in the anchor locker, which kind of makes sense. So, and that's way in the front of the boat. So this sounds decent. It's not bad. My last boat was better just because of where it hit. It went from there to a piece of fiberglass. So either way, even though this has got more power going to it and M6 instead of an M3, which was in my last boat. So here goes the fun part. I added these 6.5s. Now this is on a 705, and that amplifies the 7.7s on the side of the console and these in the rear. And I added these little 6.5s because in my 2 boats ago, I had the MM50, and it's got 50 watts of channel. So they say. And JL's pretty good about their wattage. They're not bad. Got more rain. Great. More Hurricane Debbie. So here's the deal. The dealer, when they put those in, they didn't put drain tubes, so I got drain tubes on those. I had these added, and this thing is just pouring water. I'll post a video of that. It's just pouring water the whole time I was in the boat last time, and it's pouring all down here, and it's just, the biggest thing was it was pouring in these holes, and there's no tubes. So that was just like making a super mess. So now that's here, it's running down past all my electrical stuff. You know, I sat here and rinsed all this down pretty well after that trip, but I don't know. I guess I got to tighten this. So just something to be aware of. My last boat that had a live well that was pressurized, I ended up putting a tube on that had an overflow, so it had a second overflow. All right, so I still don't know how to turn this off. That seems to be a mystery. So if anybody's figured out how to just go out with the family and you're not fishing that day, how to actually turn that off. So that seems to be a mystery. Now, rod holders, I wanted to add some up here. And what happened is they said from here to here is a no-go. There's not one thing, because what happened, if you've seen the first video, this had 4 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I had an extra, they couldn't fit it in here, 2 extras from there, because I had the cup holders added. And I put it here. So I had 1 more of these left. So I went to Jim Lux and I picked up another one thinking, hey, I can easily put some rod holders up here. Boy, oh boy, am I wrong. So they were like, hey, we can put it back here, which is useless to me because I already have 3 down the side that are amazing. The other thing here, so basically I got a $250 hole in the shape of a JL audio speaker, just so I can get rod holders right here. You see, there's access points back here. So, you know, and they cut those holes and all, whatever. I don't know if Contender did that or what, but there's access holes back there. You can do stuff. I think it's there because there's fuel. You always usually got to be able to access your fuel nozzles and so on. So in order to get a rod holder, let's call it 3/4, because I got these 2 up here, which are the cup holder ones, which makes sense in this boat, is you got to cut a hole. And they're like, hey, we can put it, you know, another access hole somewhere here, and or we can put another speaker in. So I went with the speaker route. Oh boy, now it's really pouring. I went with the speaker route, and that's what's happening. So now I've got 8 speakers on here and a subwoofer. I think I added that right. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 8 speakers now. So in my last boat, I had 6.5 running on this, and it worked good. It sounds clear. The audio comes out great. It's not distorted. I can get it to the 8.5, 7.5, whatever that gets to on there, and it's good. The other trick thing I did is, because when I was trying to conserve power fishing, I would either turn off the stereo or I'd turn it down real low. And what happened is when I was fishing out in the panhandle for trout up on the flats, which is amazing. You do have, let me get sidetracked, squirrel. This is an amazing spot. You can stand up here all day long. I sat up here for a couple hours and I can see way out, right? I can see the trout. So sight fishing is amazing in this boat. Good old squirrel. I don't know where I was going with that, but anyhow, oh yeah, I was trying to be quiet. So here I got this thing thumping, all this, whatever. Most of it, I ended up just turning it off. So in my last boat, I did this same thing. I took that accessory. I just took one of these switches, you know, because you got a couple left. All right, and these are just your accessory switches. And what happens is every amp has a blue wire. It's been blue for as long as I can remember. 30 years I've been doing car audio. It's always blue. Or for that matter, in car audio and marine audio, it's always been blue. That is a power source that tells your amp, hey, turn on. It's your remote turn on. So what happens with that is And even the guys in Sonar like, man, we've never heard of this. And, you know, that's fine, but except my boats. So I can run this, and it'll run my 4 speakers nice and quiet. I can get really low. And, of course, this is only burning so much power. Very, very battery fuel efficient, correct? Right? So see where I'm going with this? Now I can hit the boom boom button, if you want to call it that. You can hit that button, and that's going to tell my amp to turn on, the 705. And that's going to turn on my sub and my 4 7.7s, right? So, you know, it is fun. I was volunteering for a tournament this past weekend. I got to talk with Rockford Fosgate, and they're taking some stuff in a good direction. And I was kind of telling them about this. I said, you know, it'd be cool if y'all had like a fishing feature that would maybe crank your sub off, like a built-in, what I did here, like a built-in fishing button. Like, but it'll literally, you can put a fish on the button, click, I'm fishing. Cool, let's yank the sub down. Let's put the amp on like a 25% mode or whatever you want to, however maybe you can set it in there. Hell, that's easy as a balancer or a fader. Set it in the radio, right? See where I'm going with this? Like, you can actually be quiet. You can even save some power. Tune this thing down. Hey, I'm on the flats, I'm fishing. That's why I love this boat, because I can really do everything in it. I can go offshore, and I can sit in 2 foot of water and fish out on the flats. Not super flats, but flat enough. So that's all that happened, you know. And these are just like your 15 degree. I've got them going out, right? So those are going outwards. And now I've got speaker. It sounds good up here. It really does sound good. I didn't put the gas shocks on these yet because I was at electronics place. That's really what they're known for. I really am unsure, again, if I really want to do that one. But I've got a cooler that fits in there really good. So, I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that. If you watch my other video, like this is what I'm talking about. These have it right there, right? So, and these don't. So, neither does that one. So the floor lockers, I'm kind of figuring out, like, I don't use them because they just drain in the bilge. So I'm trying to figure out how to use them. Like, I've been putting bait in this one, like ribbon fish and stuff, and I'm putting a plug in there. And then when I get back, I'm like, because that drains right in the bilge. So it's like, now I got to use a bilge cleaner instead of it going out, or a macerator or whatever. There's a lot of other ways you can do this, but I'm still trying to figure that out. So I don't know if I'm going to do that, because I am using the front as a fish locker. This is a cool little review. I'm shooting this right off the hip here. I just got back here and was messing with it. I was like, hey, let me shoot a video. I've been using it now, because before I cruised it, only fished it one time, and I shot that video. I can pick up on things pretty quick. But this is what I've been using primarily. I still haven't used the lounge in here, or the cushions. The cushions are brand new, still in plastic. I did get my backrest. They finally did that. So they're in now. That wasn't in the last video. So I still haven't done this, but I will say this. This right here comes up right to like your knees, right? So when I was cast netting on some pogies for some bait, for kingfish bait or whatever, and like, it was amazing. Because it wasn't ideally good conditions, like 3-footers that morning. And I was up there, I'm just thinking of my last fishing trip. So I was up here, I put somebody on the wheel because I got tired of throwing. It was super early, the fish hadn't really showed up yet. And then, like, I got up here to rest my guy up and was throwing a little bit. And dude, I love it. I can actually set, here's the deal, is you can kind of get your net set, and you can kind of set the weight right here. And then, like, your knees, there's my knee bone. Right, so your knees are right here. So I was able to kind of lean on this and then set the weight here, have my net set, ready to go. Boom, there's bait. I can pick up the weight and get to throwing. So I still like this a lot. I'm back and forth with these things because I did fill them at one point when I was up here, and you kind of, right? But there's a piece that goes here. So, I mean, I haven't used it yet. Apparently it's not for standing. So forward seating insert is not to be occupied while the vessel is, you know, whatever. I don't know if that means, like, if that's latched, don't stand on it, or what. I don't know. Either way, I still haven't used it. So that's that. So just my 2 cents on that. The trolling motor's still holding up. That mount seems to be doing fine. It's not giving me any issues. I've been using some different stuff on this. I got some, a few different things. I tried the Star Bright sauce on it. It's still doing pretty good. It's staying polished. Well, I'm in a shop too, so that helps. But just taking a leaf blower and blowing all this off when I get done washing it, that'll keep that looking sweet. It's kind of what I have found to work. The guys tried to give me a little wash. Look, you can see it's spotty, so now I gotta kind of, I just gotta go back and clean behind them because they didn't use clean water or whatever. I appreciate them what they did because my boat ain't trashed when I got it back. So, and they didn't use Dawn, so they didn't strip all my wax. So I'm good with them. This is the best service I've got from them. They've done 4 boats. That's Boattronics. They've done 4 boats for me. So I think that's about it that I can go over, other than I can show you the transducer on the back. So I'll power that off. I guess I got to find an SD card. I have to dig in a 1990s box or something. Yeah, so, and again, just so you see that, I mean, that's a sweet look. Instead of having a whole nother thing, I can do navigation on there if I want. And pretty cool stuff there. So let me just power that down. We still didn't fix the seat dilemma. These things are still crushing. If you don't know what I mean, you don't own one yet, but you will. See how that, yeah, see, it's already crushed. These are the new ones. They lasted about 1 trip, and they go on these nubs. So what I'm probably gonna do is take a strap and screw it to that base and just strap it around and put a snap on the strap. And so when it's like that, it will just go around this bar, probably here, and snap to itself somewhere in here, whatever. So I did get these little, I might try them. I got these little clips from Gym Lux. You gotta go to like their accessories. You'll see these little, I think they're door latches. So if I put one to catch here and then put the spade right here on this side pointing down, that's what you wanna call it, like click, it will go click. I haven't installed those yet because I think the strap's gonna be what'll work. I mean, if it moves, whatever. The whole thing is these just blow up and go down the road. So I should have started with that, but that's what happens. And then like these things are garbage. They don't work. So I'm still using the, if you get another video, those things that sit right here, frog togs, that seems to be working. I've got my pliers set and stuff. I almost bought somebody had a Boat Outfitters box that kind of went there, but the 29 5/8, this was welded different. So be careful what you buy out there. Say, oh, that's the same leaning post that works. No, it don't. Like this bar was welded closer to the edge. See where I got about a, I don't know, pinky width here. This plate was out here, and a 1/2 inch, that ain't gonna sit on the ground. So just be aware of that, guys. I know these leaning posts look the same. They're not, right? So that's that. And let's see here. I did name the boat. So we're watching Family Feud. Is it Family Feud? Yeah. Family Feud. And it is called the Milk Wagon. Because everybody says, man, it's white. My girlfriend calls it white. It's just like the whitest boat you ever seen. Ever since the day I bought it. It's just super white. So that's cool. It's clean. But they were like, what's another name something that's bigger on your wife than you? And it was big hair, big lips, and then somebody said the cannons, the girls, and it dinged on the thing that said Milk Wagon. So that was kind of funny. Anyhow, here we are at the back. There's really, because this is stepped, the bracket that this is gonna come with, oh, I need more light. And I happen to have them right here. The bracket that comes with it. Oh shit, that's bright. Okay. The bracket that comes with it don't fit. You gotta get a different bracket. And this is the bracket. So it's a little different than like your total scan and yada yada. I've had the other ones. So get this kind of out of your face. Maybe it'll work. So you got this piece right here. Let's start up here. Boy, that's super bright. So you got that, right? So You know, I don't know. I guess that's the best way to do that. You got holes in the bottom of the boat. Anyhow. So where your chine is, there's like this, like your trim tabs there. So like, what do you do? Because most people put it like right there. And then this is a step, right? So it's all, there's only so many ways you can do this. So they went with kind of this direction, and you can see they went level with the bottom of the boat. Okay, so there's one video I seen this dude, it's like, hey, I do research for these guys, yada yada. Who knows? It's the internet. I don't believe everything on there. But he believes in like pushing this down and like it forcing the water or some crap. So anyhow, that's a good look at it. That's the bracket that is being used. And of course there's the through hole transducer further up on the other side. So I really don't know what to think of these little dudes. To me, it's like plastic, and I don't have a lot of, I don't know what to think about that, but I guess that's how you do it. We'll see. The boat sinks, you know, I got insurance. That's what it's for, in case shit happens. So, while I'm here, if you want to see that other transducer, that joke is up that way. It's on up that way. And you can see about where it's at as far as this. I don't know, about a foot off the middle. So there's another look at this thing. All right, so I hope this helps if you're installing 3D. I need to probably do a video with light in that box, the console. You can see what all's been done in there. And I left that battery switch on. That's kind of cool because you get a little red light. Now I left my battery switch on. But I'm not gonna ramble on anymore. I probably need to do an update video of like what I've been doing on this thing, because it's been pretty cool. Of course, I got my charger up. It's been pretty cool what I've been able to do. I've been out, I don't know, 50 miles. Been out like 50 miles doing stuff, and love the blink cameras. And inshore, I've been out in Steenhatchee, way out there. I caught so many dang fish on this thing already. It works good. It seems like 6 is like absolute max when you're doing the bottom fishing. So, you know, 2 here, 2 here, usually 1 up front, maybe somebody standing up, but that's kind of max. So 5 was pretty comfortable on one bottom fishing trip we did. We went out for the 1-day snapper, East Coast BS. Figured why not, it's 30 minutes down the road from me, so might as well take advantage. But you know, I was able to see the bottom real good with the through-hole transducer. What made me decide to do the side scan, guys, in case you're wondering, like, why would I do that, is I was out there like 5 in the morning and I could only see like straight down. And these pogies sit like 8 feet. That's where they had been the day before and so on. And I could only see like straight down. So it only gave me like 12 feet. So, you know, side scan now, I can see that bait 600 feet apparently. I haven't tried this yet, but 600 feet each way. So 1,200 foot scan sideways. And now I can find that bait. And then also I fished a kingfish, greater Jacksonville kingfish, and like I got into a big old school of stuff. We hammered out some fish, and then like I couldn't find the school because I didn't have side scan. I couldn't see them on top of the water. They were sitting like 30 feet deep when they came across anyway. I'll upload that video, it's pretty cool. You can see what archers look like on big fish. But probably the only other thing I'm noticing is like these stickers. I don't know if they're just melting or what. It's not the only one. I've seen others, and I don't know. I gotta fix it, Whatever. So, other than that, that's why I'm doing the side scan, just so I can, like, if I get on some fish, I can find them again, hopefully, you know. It did take us a while to get in those other fish. So, little update. I think what I'm gonna do next is when I was fishing that morning or getting ready to and bait and all that, I've just had these wash lights, and then you got that one light right here in the middle, and that's it. I think what I'm gonna do, I had some little, I mean, it sounds cheap, and that's fine. If it works, it works, but I just took some like battery operated blue lights, and I had one of the guys just wrap it around this back bar real quick, and that lit up the deck enough so it didn't blind us and everybody else that was out there getting ready to try to catch bait. So I might do some lights underneath that console, that lip, maybe. And what I mean is I might do one on each side of the console in the front. I don't think I will do one in the back because I really don't need the light giving me night blindness up here. So that may be something in the works. I'm gonna look into that. I know there's a couple people I know that do really good lighting. So other than that though, it's working. You know, I put those little battery powered blue lights. They turn green also. So I don't know, I think I got them at Academy for like 10 bucks. So that's it, guys. I was just shooting a quick video, probably just rambling on at this point, but some good information there. You know, if you're thinking about getting one of these boats or working on it, trying to modify yours, you know, watch the video. That other video I did, I only own the boat. I only ran it like 2 days, so I can pick up on boats pretty quick. But this one's been a pleasure because I've had it in 2 rough days, and it's handled it. It blows the water out of the side with that bull nose. If you really look at it, you go to that other video, I talk about how this thing kind of rolls. I've noticed that when I was waxing it, just kind of, it's a bubble out. So whatever it is, the thing just stays dry. If you read your manual on Yamaha, it says run your engine anywhere between 3,000 and 4,000 hours. Anything past that, you need to maintenance it more frequently. So with the cruise control, as I like to call it, that little box that I was talking about, I set the motor at 3950. So yeah, that's that. And when you look at engine hours on a computer, 4,000 to 5,000 is one group. So if I ever do go sell this boat, somebody's gonna know I wasn't running a dog piss out of it. So for whatever that's worth, I like the cruise control. It sits there at like 30, rough water, it might go to 26, 27, trim tabs all the way down, loaded, fuel, ice, yada, yada. Oh, one other thing. My boss just got one of those Yamahas at the same time. He repowered. He wanted to get some more power on his other brand boat, and ring free. So I've been putting the ring free in there. I use ethanol free wreck gas anyway. So I'm still putting the additive in there. It's not a bad idea, but he didn't even know about that. So if you got a new Yamaha, you might want to look at that. And look at your manual. I learned that today. I actually talked with Yamaha. Your manual, you can look it up online, and you enter your VIN number off your motor and it'll give you your manual. So on the generic 4-stroke, it says at 50 hours, which that's exactly where I'm at now. It says to change a 10 micron filter. So I called them, I said, okay, you got 2 things saying to change this. And then I got my manual to my serial number, and it doesn't have a 50 hour at all. So she clarified that and said, okay, it doesn't need it. Obviously, there was only one exception, is if you look at it and it's corroded, then change it. So other than that, she said it should be at the 100 hour. That sounds right to me, and I'll hit that in no time, the way I'm using this boat versus my bay boat that I had before. So there's that. And oh yeah, the big thing that I was just remembering looking at this boat, I got it cranked up right now. If I could do this at the gas station, I probably could get fuel. So if any of you guys know what happens, so my truck has airbags and I can lift the truck. When I did that, it gave me an inch or 2, maybe 3, I was able to put about 8 more gallons in this boat. So I have learned in Steenhatchee, when I had this boat in the water, I'd already ran a tank of fuel out of it, or on the trailer tank of fuel, which is, it doesn't hit the top of your fuel gauge. When I went to put fuel in this boat with it in the water, boy, did it take it. She was thirsty. So it actually topped, because I thought there was something wrong with my gauge or the sensor. So in the water, on the Ameritrail that they swear by, this boat, I can't feel it. So I've been looking at different things I can do. I might just use my gas cans, my 6 gallons. I mean, that'll suck, but I mean, I could spend $200 and get one that I just put in the boat, fill it up when I fill up the boat on the trailer, and then when I put the boat in the water, I could fill it. That way I'm not carrying a full tank. I've been running this whole scenario. So that's 18 gallons. I could pump that in here. I think it'll take it, and then go wheel that to the truck and put that in the bed of the truck, because I do have a bed cover. I don't know. I don't want to spend $200. That's a lot of gas, and I've got like 3 of those. And I still have the old school ones that don't spill the gas all over the place like the government ones. So anyhow, just so you know, that's something else I've noticed is on trailer, you cannot fill this boat up. So I know when I filled it up like that though, with all the gas that it can take, it was sitting there at 30 miles per hour, give or take right there. And it was running at 2.4 was the flow, gallons per hour, or miles per gallon, 2.4, whatever that next one out, when you look at your gauge, 2.4. So super fuel efficient, I thought. That's not bad. So it's not a little 16-foot boat with a Honda on it or something, but hope this works. Oh my God, it's 36 minutes. It's like the other one. I just started one place and went all over the place with it. So anyhow, just a cool update. If y'all want to see anything, let me know. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. See ya.